Hey up. So I'm back in Yorkshire. God knows why I decided to come down here. It was beautiful up in Scotland. It was nice and sunny. And I drove down last night and it was all misty and foggy and rainy. Ugh. But I am in one of my favourite spots. And I'm off to feed the quacks in a few minutes. I just thought I'd get a little walk in first. And maybe a little rant, because I stepped out of the van to be confronted by just piles of rubbish. And there's a bin there. It wasn't overflowing last night because I used it. Why don't people just take the crap with them? It's just nuts, you know. And then there's myself and another van parked up in this spot. Guaranteed the locals will complain and say, oh, it's the VanLifers, they're leaving all the rubbish. Well, no it isn't, because last time I parked up here, sorry, just got talking to a dog walker there. Well, we're obviously by a canal and she's with a spaniel, and spaniels like to swim, and this spaniel came running up to me all wet through, and I'm like, no, don't jump up on me. I'm a dog person, but not that much. So yeah, last time I parked up here, there was a bunch of guys in a souped up BMW behind me blasting the music out, which didn't bother me so much because the van's really well insulated, so all I could hear was didn't bother me. I just went to sleep. I woke up the next morning, the place was covered in, what are they called, nitrous oxide canisters, laughing gas canisters. What's all that about? If you're gonna do drugs, don't mess around, you know. What the hell is all that? I mean, I remember getting laughing gas when I was a kid. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? Anyway, it just bugs me that people don't have the civility or the common decency to take the rubbish with them and just throw it in the bin at home. You know, they've got a big wheelie bin outside, they could quite happily throw it in there. Anyway, enough of the rant, let's have a look at the view. This is gorgeous. It's not too cold either. It's about 2-3 degrees. Oh, yes, I forget. I haven't done an update for about a week or so. And the reason being, I went over to Tenerife for my daughter's birthday. The hardest part really was finding parking for the van. But I managed to find some parking near Edinburgh Airport, which is reasonable, secure, although the van has its own security and cameras and everything. Went over to Tenerife and went out on the jet skis for a birthday, which was nice. And it's amazing the memory children have. I took my daughter on a jet ski when she was maybe 7-8 years old. And she was dying to drive one. I said, I'm really sorry, darling, you can't, not till you're 16. Lo and behold, it's her 16th birthday. What would you like to do? I'd like to go on jet skis, Daddy. But not just me and her. No. About 10 friends and family. So, but it was great fun. Really enjoyed it. Did not enjoy the weather. Too warm, too hot. I stayed in most of the time, to be honest. And then back over to sunny Scotland, and it really was sunny. It was nice. I was packed up in Kirkcaldy, which is one of my favourite places to go, because it's really close to local amenities. You're right by the seaside. But I think I'm going to start finding more secluded parkups, because the seagulls are buggers. They just wake you up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I do prefer, I'm not so bothered about getting 8 hours sleep, you know, I'm okay with 5-6 hours sleep, but I don't particularly appreciate getting woken up by seagulls landing on top of my motorhome at 4 o'clock in the morning and squawking at the top of the voice. So that is pretty much it. I do have some upgrades to do on the van in a couple of weeks. Just tidying up the cabling that somebody else installed. It's not the best job. I need to upgrade some of the fusing because the power system's using mega fuses when really it should be using a class T. Tidy up the cables, pop a couple of USB ports in, and then just put the Ecoflow in a cupboard somewhere. It's been good, it's helped me out, but when I'm carrying 8 kilowatts of power I don't really need an Ecoflow. That's about it. That's nothing else to report really. It's been a very quiet week. I'm looking forward to the end of month update on costs and how much it's cost me, because last month was a pricey one. I think it was over £1,000, but I did get a couple of tyres fitted to the van. I just negotiate this bank without falling in the canal. I have to say, this really is one of my favourite spots. It's a bit damp, it's a bit muddy, it's a bit wet, but with the right footwear and the right clothing, who cares? Oh. I could literally do a video, just the views, the silence, gorgeous. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'm gonna drop in a quick video of the quack quacks and head off and get the car sorted out. Forgot about that. Car's still parked up in Halifax. I need to get that sorted out today. See you soon. I did forget, there is another little update. I'm getting myself a new toy. Not going to tell you what it is. I'll show you, hopefully within the next week. We shall see. And now it's time for my favourite part about this particular park up. You should always carry frozen peas in your motorhome. God, aren't these beautiful? So this is what I'm talking about. People have obviously come down here to feed the ducks and the swans, and they've just left the bread bags on the floor. Look at this. It's all bread bags. Oh, look at that, there's a bin. More rubbish. More rubbish. And before anyone says, why don't you do a litter pick? You have not seen the amount of rubbish there is here. I'd be at it all day. I ain't got time for that.